Yes, people. Welcome to Saeed TV and welcome back to another video. We have a special but different kind of video today. We have got Alex from, I'm going to try and pronounce this right, Blaugrana Planet. How's that?
That's right. That's right. That was perfect. Perfect.
I
Thank you for
appreciate it.
having me. Yeah, it's a pleasure to join you guys. So
Absolutely. Big up to you, man, and thanks for coming on. We've got a lot to discuss. Um, but first and foremost, how are you and your team, and how have you reflected on the season that's just come past? First and foremost,
well, I think that Man U and Barca have one thing in common is that this season hasn't been the best for neither of us, but
yeah,
we're going through. We're both I'd say legend status teams.
yeah,
We are high up there, and we will go through it. We will go through it, and
mm,
it's difficult to digest at some points. We had a rough season there with Ronald Koeman at the beginning, and then Xavi entering, but we
yeah,
fixed it. The problem is the economy, and certainly Frenkie de Jong, for example. Well,
yeah,
one of the reasons why Frenkie de Jong is rumored of
mm,
being transferred
yeah.
is the economy. It's the economy
Mm.
for sure.
Absolutely. We will discuss everything here, but big up to everybody who's tuning in right now. A lot of people notice you in the chat. Everybody's knowing that, big up to Alex. So make sure you guys follow his channel. The link is in the title. And yeah, man, he's doing good stuff over there. He's got a big Instagram page as well. So yeah, big up to you. And how have you found the interaction, with doing your channel and your Instagram? How have you found the interaction with the Barcelona fan base?
It's awesome. There's a lot of interaction from all around the world. It's probably something that you guys get in Manchester United as well. Is that
Yeah,
we are worldwide. That's why I called my channel Blaugrana Planet, right? Because
yeah,
there's always a culé, there's always a Barca fan around the world,
mm,
and in the most rare country, well, there is a Barca fan there, and yeah. So
yeah,
I'm very happy. You guys can check me out if you guys want some Barca updates. I also
yeah.
give opinions. Sometimes there's vlogs. We go to Camp Nou, and yeah. So thank you for the mention.
No, absolutely. It's my pleasure, and definitely I've subscribed to your channel. You do good stuff over there, tactical breakdowns as well. So big up to you. But obviously, the stream is only one thing, and obviously we will touch on different stuff as well. Dembele, the Xavi and everything like that. But we have to start with Frankie de Jong. Just kind of sum up his career at Barcelona before we kind of talk about transfer, because a lot of people. There's a bit of indifferences in terms of whether he's kind of flourished at Barcelona. What have you made of Frankie de Jong it's been there, what, 2 seasons now? Is it 2 seasons?
It's been here for 3 seasons.
Oh, okay.
So I think he hasn't really exploded. We were expecting the Ajax Frankie de Jong. We
Yeah.
never really saw that. Obviously in Ajax, well, different different coach, different formation. I say the philosophy would be similar to Barcelona.
Yeah.
Tiki taka. Although the culture there is everybody's very young there, and
Yeah.
the team is very dynamic. It's changing constantly, and
Yeah.
certainly when we signed Frankie de Jong, we were hoping for a better outcome, but we didn't. You can see the player that
Mm,
has real talent, and in some
mm,
games he really exploits that talent, but
mm,
uh, there's not a regularity, and certainly is what has made us think maybe we should get rid of Frankie de Jong for big money, right? We paid 75 million plus a
mm,
few variables
mm,
3 years ago,
mm,
and well, it's not the biggest money, but it's very big money. I'd say it's considerable
mm,
money.
mm,
We're not pushing the 100 million euro boundary, but
mm.
to me, I would only sell Frankie de Jong for 100 plus million euro. But
Ooh.
basically because I'd say Man United have the cash, right? I think
Yeah, but
you
we don't
guys.
like to go that route anymore. We like to be sensible now. New
Okay.
Myrtle Madness and all that. I don't know if you heard about Myrtle, the new chief executive, but we've got, the new kind of director of football is that they're trying
Uh-huh.
to make new things possible. So 100 million is not what we were expecting. I think it may
Right.
be 70 million in terms of that region.
Are we
I know
talking
you're gonna
about
laugh at that.
euros or pounds? Because there's
I would say
there's a
70
difference.
million, 70 million, 70 million. is
70
what?
million sterling or
Yeah, sterling pound. Yeah.
all right, 70 million sterling would be around maybe 75, getting close to the 80 million euros.
Mm,
To me, it's low. From what I've read, the news, the rumors,
mm,
they are talking about Barcelona would be willing to accept an offer around 80 million euros.
mm,
It's just rumors for now. It's just rumors. But as I said,
mm.
he has such a great talent. He is young.
Yeah,
There's a huge career ahead of him. For
yeah,
us, is tough. For us, it's tough. We don't want to sell Frenkie de Jong. Neither does Xavi. Neither does
yeah.
Xavi.
That's a key
Um,
element. Yeah,
that's a key element. And if you want,
yeah,
we can talk
yeah, yeah.
further on about it. But the economical situation is very very hard for Barcelona. There is this
Mm,
big heritage of large contracts of players and out of the market contracts that are out of the market.
yeah.
And I mean by this is that we're paying incredible amounts of money to players.
Mm,
Um, and For example, we are doubling. If you get all the salaries, if you add them up, the salaries
mm.
of all the players, we are pretty much doubling Real Madrid's, for example, right? And
Wow.
right, that is the huge problem that we have.
Mm,
And imagine now with the revenues due to COVID and all of that, like they
mm,
they went down a lot, and for us it's very difficult to recover economically. But yeah, coming back to the question, we are not hugely satisfied with Frankie de Jong, but we still have
mm.
hopes.
Mm. And you talked about he's still young. He's what, 24, 25. You know,
Correct.
there's
Yeah.
still an element to improve, especially when you've got Xavi at the helm, who one of the
Right.
greatest ever midfielders around. You know, would you say that the system hasn't helped? Maybe Koeman thought he could get the best out of him. Is it the fact that, he maybe wants to play a different position? What's been the kind of the key problem you would say as a fan looking on the outside would say that it's not worked out the way it was meant to, because he came in with a lot of hype and a lot of expectation. Why hasn't it kind of not been that kind of player?
Right. That's a good question. I think there are many factors here. First of all, I'd say um, playing for Barca is a serious thing, right?
Yeah,
And he's from the Netherlands. There, they have huge respect for Barcelona because Johan
yeah,
Cruyff and all of that. And there's a huge culture of the Netherlands and Barcelona. They're very linked. Coming to Barcelona, Camp Nou, a huge stadium,
mm,
there is a lot of pressure on the players.
yeah,
That at first. Second, his position in Ajax was a holding midfielder, but very
mm,
creative with a lot of liberty to go up.
mm,
Um, but they were playing with two holding midfielders, right?
yeah.
So I can't
Scone
remember that.
and someone else.
Yeah, so it was two people there. In
Yeah,
Barcelona, we play a 4-3-3. So there's only one holding midfielder, and at the moment is Busquets, and he's been
mm,
there for the last 10, 15 years.
yeah,
So he was playing in Barcelona as like offensive midfielder. In
mm,
Spain, we call it the interior position, right? So it's the
mm,
4-3-3. You have the holding midfielder, and then you have the other two midfielders, which are offensive, right? So he's
mm,
playing in one of these positions with a lot of liberty as well. But I couldn't really explain why we haven't exploited Frenkie de Jong in such a way.
mm,
But I think it comes down to the seriousness of playing in Camp Nou, so the pressure,
mm,
then the
mm,
fact that maybe we're not so dynamic in Barcelona, and yeah, we need a bit of change of systems, maybe be a
mm,
bit faster. The tiki taka is a bit too slow, we need
mm,
to be faster. I think
mm,
Xavi is improving this thing day by day.
mm. And also, it's a very young team. You've got Gavi coming through. Maybe Busquets is moving on. He could be the next like generation of players who come in and maybe settle in. But obviously, the rumors are obviously the strong links that Man United do want De Jong. Obviously, the links from Ten Hag and whatnot are strong. What's the
Right.
situation with the financial trouble? There's a lot of talk about Spotify injecting a lot of money. So I just kind of look at it and think, so how Barcelona don't have the money with all the Spotify and everything that's come through, new shirt deal,
Mhm.
everything like that? Why is it that Barcelona is struggling with the finance situation?
Right. First of all, we have bad heritage, right? Bartomeu, who's the former president, well, since Neymar got signed by PSG, since they paid the buyout clause of 222 million, Bartomeu, who didn't have a connection with the players, he got afraid. He got afraid that we could lose many other players. You know, and he started giving incredible wages to players, out of the market wages. So maybe we were paying 30-40% more than teams like Manchester United, like Bayern de Munich, like Madrid, like Paris Saint-Germain. Unbelievable. But because Barcelona is such a big brand, we could pay for it, right? What happens is that you're signing 4 or 5 year contracts, right? And you are depending on the revenues that come in, right? And basically, we had 1,000 million euro revenue and 1,000 million euro expenditure. Anything happen, you are screwed, basically, right? Because the contracts are 4 or 5 years, right?
Yeah, the quick contracts. Yeah,
right. The revenues are year by year. Anything can happen, right? COVID came, stadium closed. You have a stadium of 99,000 localities.
Lost season tickets,
right. 50% it's tourists, believe it or not, because Barcelona, great city. There's the beach, sunny. You know, it's very sunny right now. Actually,
I'm coming soon. Oh,
perfect. Let's meet up.
Definitely.
And basically, 50% of the salary tickets gone. 30% of the revenues overall were gone. Therefore, you were stuck with incredible contracts that you still had to pay to these players and without the revenues. Therefore, we were going bankrupt, right? We were going bankrupt. And literally, I swear that we were this close of being bankrupt.
Wow.
This close. And what I mean this close is that we were getting loans because we couldn't pay the fees to our players in the next couple months. You couldn't pay the fees. So right now, for us, is very difficult. We signed the Spotify deal. Okay, the Spotify deal, they talk about this big number, but it's divided in all the years that the contract is.
True, true.
Right? So we're not seeing, I don't know, I can't remember the number, but if they say 300 million, we're not seeing the 300 million now. It's like they give us, I don't know, 40, 60 or something. Okay. But now we have to sell a few parts of the business, right? So there's the Barca licensing and merchandise, which is part of the shirts, the stores and stuff. We bought that from Nike a few years ago when we had a lot of money. We bought it from Nike. We're like, oh, it's our business now. Well, now
especially with Messi.
We had Messi selling hundreds of millions of shirts. We're like, man, this is our business. We need to cash it. Okay, it was great. We bought the business. Now we want to sell 49% of it. Because we need the money, right? We also want to sell Barca Studios, which is like audiovisual company that we created, making documentaries about the game and stuff. All of this in order to get money. The problem is the financial fair play, this famous financial fair play. A lot of this money that we could be cashing in is not going to count till later, and in order for us to sign players now. Because we need to sign players now. Well, there's another alternative which would account directly to relieve this financial fair play and for us to be able to sign players. And what is this alternative? Selling players like Frenkie de Jong.
Frenkie, he's the prize asset right now. I think Gavi and all these, they're non-disclosure. You can't talk about them players right now because they're about to sign.
We're not selling. Gavi, 17-year-old kid. I mean, this kid.
I know.
You can't sell the player. I mean, for me, it's okay.
Some Liverpool fans are in the chat now saying Gavi to Liverpool. No,
I'm sorry, my friends, but there's zero chance. I mean, by zero chance is even if the club goes bankrupt. I swear, we take Gavi, we put him in. We create some neighborhood team and we put Gavi there because
Catalonia.
Gavi is the future.
Yeah. So Pedri, that one person you're talking about, that one person you're talking about. It's Alex, Frenkie de Jong, and Man United are persistent. You know what I mean? I think for me, Ten Hag wants him. That's the prize asset. We have lost Paul Pogba, we've lost Matic, we've lost a lot of midfielders. We need a player. We probably needed De Jong, even with Pogba there. We needed that sort of player. He fits in. What is his ideal position? What would you say his position is for for De Jong, and where would he fit into Man United if he was to come?
Right. So he's a player. He can play in the holding midfielder position, but he's very creative.
Yeah.
What is the formation that you guys usually use?
Well, we had a very very too many formations under Ralph Rangnick, but I would hope
Right.
with the Ten Hag new system, it will be a 4-3-3. It could be a 4-2-3-1, but with what he used at Ajax, it was a 4-2-3-1. So
The 4-2-3-1, Frenkie would play as a left holding midfielder, and this
mm,
man would have a lot of freedom. Spectacular. He can do spectacular under Ten Hag. For that, I'm
yeah,
sure. Obviously,
yeah,
Man United is not that. Okay, maybe we think that Ten Hag is going to get Man United to play like Ajax, but Ajax have an incredible culture
yeah.
behind, and they stick to this. And I don't think Ten Hag can revolutionize Man United in 1 year and make it
No,
play like Ajax in 1 year. But maybe who knows? Huh? I'm
mm,
not.
yeah.
We thought that Xavi could come here and change everything, and well,
Takes
it takes
time.
time. It takes
Takes
time. It
time.
takes
Yeah,
time. It takes time. So patience on that, and but certainly Frenkie de Jong is gonna give you a boost. And if you made me choose between Pogba and Frenkie de Jong, they're very different.
yeah,
But at the same time, they have very similar qualities. For example,
mm,
they are both offensive. I
yeah,
think they both can score goals. They both have goal. But if you make me pick one of them, I'd certainly pick Frenkie de Jong because
mm,
he has more creativity and
mm,
more vision, and that is something that with Ten Hag you guys are gonna need. Ten
mm.
Hag is
And what?
such a signing, man. Ten Hag is
Ah, man, I
brilliant.
love it. I love him, man. I was watching him for Holland. It's so easy. It's effortless. For me, what I like about him is forward thinking. Always look to play the ball forward. Never look to play sideways. Like we have a lot of players that play sideways. What is his
Mhm.
undeniable quality? What do you think? Like you think, majestic. Frankie De Jong, unbelievable. What is his biggest talent?
Well, in Ajax, it was certainly piercing through the defense with a pass, for example, and also getting the ball from or your midfield to
Yeah,
the other team's box. That was a spectacular. So basically, getting the ball through
yeah,
in the two ways by making a good pass,
yeah,
a through pass, or going himself with a great run, right? So,
mm,
and as I said, the vision is incredible. Frankie de Jong's vision is immense, and that is something that has grown in Barcelona for sure. The
mm,
problem is that, well, a team is a team. You need 11
yeah,
players. You cannot let
yeah,
one player. I mean, you had Messi. Messi is an
yeah,
exception, right? I mean, Messi
yeah.
was carrying Barcelona, but you take Messi out, and then suddenly there's nothing left. So,
Mm.
um,
Very press resistant as well. A lot of the chat saying very press resistant. If people try to press him, he could just get his way out of the situation, which for me is unbelievable quality for a midfielder. He's not very, you wouldn't call him one of the most strongest midfielders in terms of powerful or whatnot, but to get out of a press is unique in itself.
right. Yeah. That's a spectacular quality from him, and I'm sure that the Premier League suits him nicely because I
Yeah,
see I see the league there, the Eredivisie, which is the league in the Netherlands. In some ways it's similar because it's
yeah,
very
yeah,
dynamic, very dynamic.
yeah,
In Spain it's very slow, so we have a very slow game, especially Barcelona, and certainly this has affected Frenkie de Jong's ability to exploit his talent, right?
yeah,
I think in the Premier League he can do brilliantly, but as I said, Barcelona
yeah.
are going to try to keep Frenkie de Jong.
I
they're going to
know.
they're going to try to keep, and believe me, selling players like Frenkie de Jong, losing an asset of this
Yeah,
caliber, for us is possibly is the last resort, one of the last resorts.
mm,
Although the press is pressuring day by day, it started as a rumor. It started as
yeah,
Frenkie has said no, even if Ten Hag called him, he said no.
yeah,
That was the beginning. They were saying, "Oh, Frenkie de Jong just bought a home in Barcelona. He bought a house." Okay,
yeah,
cool. A few weeks later, there is a second call by Eric Ten Hag. It seems that now
mm,
it's not a no. Now it went from a no to a who knows,
Possibility.
possibility, and now
Yeah, but he
it's
doesn't want. He wants Champions League football though. We can't offer him Champions League football,
right.
and now Barcelona are in the Champions League football, and that is a massive, massive. There's a lot of players who would want to come back to their previous managers, but if you're not offering Champions League football and you're at the pinnacle of your career, you're at Barcelona. At the highest stage. Barcelona and Real Madrid are two clubs that you just can't refuse when you're a footballer. I know you don't like Real Madrid. I understand that, but they're the most two pinnacle clubs. So is there a feeling from him that he will say to Barcelona, try everything you can do possible to
For
keep
sure.
me because I want to stay?
For that, I am sure, and he wants to stay. There is a strong record of him saying, it's the dream club. I want to stay in Barcelona. I want to sign for Barcelona. It's my dream." For him, he arrived in Barcelona, and we were going through a tough moment, right? The
Yeah,
first season he got here, like we got demolished by Bayern Munich in the Champions League. There
yeah,
was the pandemic. Like he never really got like an incredible season where we won La Liga. He hasn't
yeah,
even
yeah.
won La Liga. You know what I mean? Like he needs a good season, and I
Mm.
think Xavi is gonna try to reconduct his abilities and in
Yeah.
order for him to fit in the team. And certainly we are building, we are remodelating the team.
Mm.
You said before that we have a very young team. We do have very young players, and this is something
Mm.
that we need to improve as well. Keep on improving because
Mm.
you have players like Piqué, Busquets, Jordi Alba,
Yeah.
who are
Still the old
players,
guard. Yeah, the
right?
old guard's still there.
These players are there every game. They are
Yeah,
there
true.
every game. You get rid
Yeah.
of them, and suddenly the team falls apart. Therefore,
Mm.
for us, the big challenge is to get rid of these players, but put players, other players, younger players that are on the same level or very similar. But that
Mm.
has been our challenge for years. And for me,
Mm.
Frenkie de Jong would suit very nicely in the Busquets position,
Mm.
in the holding midfielder position, even if it's
But
just by himself. You
but
know,
Busquets, see, that's the very, very interesting. A lot of people are saying that he can't play in that lone six because for us we need a natural defensive midfielder. So for you to say that De Jong could play in that natural six position is quite interesting because a lot of United fans are very wary. They're thinking maybe in a midfield two he would work better, and then you have a natural hold midfielder. But you said just now that he could play and adapt
he could
to a
play.
natural six.
Right, he could play, but see, for us, a holding midfielder is not like a player like Casemiro. You know, Busquets is
Okay, it's the Barcelona vision as well.
right.
Yeah,
Barcelona vision is you play the
yeah,
tiki taka. The man in the
yeah.
middle has to like control the whole game. You know,
Mm.
he needs the complete vision, and he needs to like give air to defense and get the ball
Yeah,
through into the attack. Right. It's not like a player that's doing tackles every second here and there.
yeah.
You know,
Because you keep the ball. You keep the
yeah,
ball.
you keep the ball. We don't, I mean, but we do
Mm.
have that pressure, right? When we lose the ball, it's like, boom, we try to jump on players. And I think Frenkie de Jong, he does that very well as well. But it's obviously a teamwork, right? You know,
Mm.
to make good pressure. But see, like it's different conceptions or different methodologies of this position, right? I wouldn't say that he's a holding
Mm.
midfielder like making tackles, but he's more of
Yeah,
a
yeah.
holding the ball. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. No, no, you know what? And that's for me the situation which I like. He can adapt in multiple positions, play as a 6 and 8. Even further forward. The only problem is Javi does want him, and that's for me the killer moment. Which I think, my personal opinion, I don't want it to drag on because we've been through it with Ramos. We've been through it with a lot of players who say they want to come, but they're not coming. And that's the problem. And you have that hope that, you know what, you have to keep him because who are you going to go to buy to replace him? You don't have any creativity in there if you really look at it as a person who can, of that quality, you can't really lose him, can you? So that's where the situation
Well,
comes, isn't it?
I would disagree. I would disagree. For us, if you have if you take all the midfielders in Barcelona, I'd say that we can lose Frenkie de Jong. If we lose Frenkie de Jong,
Ooh.
you have Gavi, you have Nico Gonzalez, you have younger players that are coming in.
Mm.
Right now, if I had to give up a player, a key player, it would be Frenkie de Jong. I've analyzed this on my channel. We talked about it with
Okay.
my subscribers. We did because obviously we need to get rid of a ton of players, but like Braithwaite's, like
Yeah,
Minguezas.
yeah, yeah,
There's a
yeah,
ton
yeah.
of players that they don't do anything there. Okay,
Yeah.
but Frenkie de Jong is a critical player, starter in Barcelona,
Mm.
and for us, the midfield, we create midfielders like this. Like every year, we have like new midfielders in the club. Like
Yeah.
we are a factory of midfielders, very
But we,
talented
we we
midfielders.
don't, and that's the problem. That's why it becomes such a big thing for us. But it's interesting to say that, I'm still confident that we can make it right because of the Ten Hag link and the fact that Ten Hag, wants him. I think that's the key one. How fast can we? Do you reckon this can speed up? Do you reckon this could be
Yeah,
a long saga? Do you
yeah.
reckon it could be a quick thing?
Actually, Barcelona right now, the accounts, so the finances are in red numbers.
Oh,
So the season, so the
yeah.
accounting year in Spain at least ends the 30th of this month, 30th of
Oh,
June, 30th
okay.
of June. We're talking about, we're the 5th, okay,
25
25
days.
days.
Yeah.
In 25 days, we either need to close some of these business operations that I told you about, Barca Studios, BLM, the Barca
Yeah.
licensing merchandise,
Yeah.
or getting rid of Frenkie de Jong.
Mm,
Or
mm.
other players. Maybe, I don't know, maybe Joan
Yeah.
Laporta, our president, can get rid of Minguezas, Lenglet. Maybe we can get other resorts.
And you have
But the
signed
time
Frank
is
Kessie as
limited.
well. You have got Kessie as well.
Right, but they're coming on a free, and you can
Mm.
register them the last day of the transfer
Okay.
market, right? The problem is that right now we are in red numbers, and we cannot go on red numbers in a second year in a row, because last year we did get red numbers already because of
Mm,
the pandemic and all of this that happened. And if we do get red numbers this season again, it's going to be very problematic, and we can't afford it. We can't
mm.
afford it. Therefore,
So
there's
what
literally
Alex is trying
25
to
days.
say, what Alex is trying to say that don't worry, United fans. Frankie De Jong is coming to Man United,
No, no.
and
No. In
but
fact, I
but
analyzed this in one of my videos. You guys can go check it out. I go
yeah,
more
make sure you
in
check it.
depth in these business operations, and the
Mm,
possibilities of Frenkie de Jong, the real possibilities, the real facts that are out there for Frenkie de Jong to be moving.
mm.
I think that is getting hotter and hotter. To be honest, at the beginning,
Give me
I
a
thought, no,
percentage. Give me a
I'll give you a
percentage.
percentage.
Frankie De
Stuff,
Jong to Man
stuff.
United.
It's tough. There's 25 days. A lot of things can happen in 25 days. But as I said, I think that if Frenkie de Jong is going to move, it's certainly going to be in these 25 days. If we pass and we get to July, then the story is going to change,
Yeah.
because by then the finances are already going to be sorted in some way.
Mm,
We would have already done some business, or
mhm,
got a loan here and there. There's also this CVC deal where we were selling some of the TV rights,
mm,
multimedia rights. We were thinking about selling them to Goldman Sachs or La Liga even. Well, this would give us a lot of oxygen in terms of the financial fair play, but we don't want to
mm,
sign that. We don't want to
mm,
sign that because it goes against our
mm.
we think it's a bad deal signing the CVC agreement, where we can get a lot of oxygen, and we would be able to sign Lewandowski, for example,
Mm.
keeping Frenkie.
But long
But we
term,
don't
it's
want to
not great though. That's why you rejected it because long term
exactly
it wouldn't be
because
sustainable.
exactly it's gonna make us give around 8% of our TV rights for the next 40, 50
Yeah,
years.
not
Makes no
great.
sense.
No.
It is the exact same deal we were almost forced to sign in order to keep Messi.
Mm,
Right? It was the same deal because
mm,
Tebas, which is the president of La Liga, he's a Real Madrid fan, fanatic Real
mm,
Madrid fan, hooligan. He was
mm,
trying to press Barcelona in order for us to sign even worse deal, because now a year later we negotiated this deal to see maybe
mm,
we sign it. But before it was 12% of the multimedia rights
mm,
for 300 million, 270 million euro loan
mm.
with zero
Loan, yeah,
interest,
yeah,
with zero interest.
yeah,
Okay, but this loan, about 80 million, would be going directly into the financial fair play.
yeah, yeah.
But
You
we
know
don't
what,
want to
man?
sign this deal. We don't want to sign this deal.
Absolutely not. It's not sustainable in the long run. It's not sustainable in the long run. Big up to everybody who's still watching. Nearly 600 people live right now.
Oh wow,
Big up to
cool.
Alex, man. He's giving us very, very much lowdown, man. Honestly, man, I'm enjoying the way you kind of explain it. Not many journalists can explain it as well as you, man. So your credit to your fan base. And now I want to appreciate that. I obviously want to talk about Dembele as well. Tell
Cool.
me the lowdown on Dembele at the minute right now for Barcelona.
For us is for the club is 99% over.
Okay.
99% gone. 99% gone.
Yeah.
99. 99. I mean, the problem is his agent. First of all, the player never talks. He's a player that
Yeah.
never says anything. He's been here
Okay.
for 5 years. You know how
I
many
know it's crazy.
press conferences he's done?
Yeah.
I think one. In 5 years,
Wow.
one press conference. Not even. I
Yeah.
think not even. He's done some YouTube videos and stuff. This
Yeah.
typical
Yeah. Yeah. It's
marketing stuff they
marketable.
do.
Yeah. 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 Of course. Yeah. Yeah.
But he never speaks, and he lets his agent, who this guy is a complete moron, like he doesn't even know
Mhm.
how to have a good image for his player. Like
Yeah.
he does. People here are criticizing Dembele. There's a million rumors, and this agent doesn't say anything.
Yeah.
And yeah, basically, Dembele is 99% gone. I mean, he's not going to
Mm.
renew with Barcelona if he hasn't done now.
1 year left, isn't it? 1 year left, is it, or is it?
No, it's done now. It's done now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Oh, it's
it's
free.
25 days. 25 days as well.
25 days for Barcelona, man, to figure out what they're doing. You know what I mean?
No,
Obviously,
look, Dembele.
yeah.
We have already. There's a renewal offer on the table for Ousmane Dembele. Christian, I see you. Good.
Big up to you, Christian.
There's a renewal offer already on the table for Ousmane Dembele.
How long? How long? How many years?
It's been there. It's been there. How many years? We don't know. We don't know how many years.
Okay.
But it's certainly a lower salary, than
Yes.
what he has now.
Yeah.
But the latest rumors and the latest petitions, rumors regarding the petition, they are talking about a 40 million renewal bonus.
Wow.
Bonus. He wants 40 million in his pocket. This man to renew. With 40 million, we signed Lewandowski, almost Ballon d'Or, 40, 50 goals per season. Dembele, you know how many goals he scored this season?
How many?
Throw me a guess. Dembele, top class player. Throw me a guess. This season, how many goals? In all
10
competitions.
goals?
In all competitions. 10 goals?
Yeah.
Is that your last?
Yeah.
Yeah. 2 goals.
2 goals.
2 goals.
How,
2 goals.
to be fair though, how long?
goals.
When did he start playing properly? Like in terms of back from injury?
He started playing. I think he's been playing well for the last 6 months.
Okay.
But he's a man. He's been here 5 years.
Hmm.
He played nothing for 4 years and a half. His contract is about to run out. He's negotiating here and there better contract. Oh, suddenly, whoa, amazing. Whoa, suddenly he started making runs. Still 2 goals. He did have, I think it's 11, 12 assists.
Yeah, which is his
season.
forte, which is his kind of more renowned for creating chances.
Yeah, okay. But Dembele, this man earns 10 million per year, euros.
Wow, it's crazy.
2 goals. And one of the goals was against a lower ranked team because it was in the Copa del Rey, which is this competition you play against second, third division teams, One of these goals of the 2 was against a lower ranked team. Okay,
wow.
So look,
but he's highly talented. That's the kind of situation with Dembele. He's very, very talented. Both feet,
injury prone, and
that's the problem. I'm not gonna lie to you. There was
No, the image that he has in Barcelona is like none of the fans like him. Nobody likes him because this man never speaks. There's a million rumors regarding why he was so injury prone. His agent is a disaster. Even the club says this. Even the club says that his agent is he never responds to our offers. He's like last minute. He wants to make a meeting, and then in this meeting, like it's like the last thing they talked in the last meeting. Months ago, and like for what? It's just like losing time, wasting time. And it seems that he was using Barcelona in order to get a better deal, and maybe Chelsea. They're talking about Chelsea.
Chelsea is the hot topic right now. You know what I mean? Chelsea is the one where they're talking about. Is there a high chance that he kind of goes to Chelsea at the minute? Is there rumors now that Chelsea?
They were saying PSG or Chelsea.
Yeah.
PSG or Chelsea. PSG apparently they said out of the race because the new technical director apparently
Campos.
He said, okay, no, we don't want Dembele, which I don't know if it's true or not because I know Mbappe and Dembele are great friends. I think they will do. He's French as well, French team. I think he fits there perfectly. This man would actually speak if he was in France.
Yeah, of course.
He would feel nice, Here in Barcelona, this man never said anything. In 5 years, we paid, I don't know if it was 120 plus variables for him, 120 million plus variables. Imagine when we got the money for Neymar, we signed Coutinho after 6 months, and
Dembélé.
2 weeks later, Dembélé. Both of the signings, disaster.
Yeah, that's the craziest thing about it. I mean, you haven't really got money returned for some of your players. Has that been the key? Like now, but the new president now has to get that right now. You bought Ferran Torres in now for 50 million. That's going okay right now so far.
Yeah, I mean, he's 22 years old. Like people are judging him already for 6 months. I'm like, let it be, let it be. He had some of the best coaches. He had Luis Enrique in the national team, Guardiola in Man City. Now he has Xavi. This man is going to be amazing. Give him some time. Ferran Torres is a wonderful signing. We need young, talented players to build a squad for the next decade.
Yes.
Barcelona is trying to do that. And this is possibly what you guys could do with Frenkie de Jong as well. But
that's what I mean. That's why we're trying to build with Ten Hag's going to come in and try and build back up. I think Barcelona and Man United now, they're in a transition period now, whether we spent a lot of money, but we still need to do it properly now. Now you've got Xavi, which I think is he's going to be a top manager in the future. And now we've got, Ten Hag. We're both going to be looking to improve players with young, dynamic, hungry, technical players now. And that's the future, because football now, you see what Man City are doing. It's too much, isn't it? I mean, they're flying now. So we need to compete. How do Barcelona get back to the top? Is it going to be hard? How long do you give it, Barcelona, till they reach to the pinnacle again of the glory days?
Well, they could come very sudden, in a sudden way. For example, right now, we need time. We need time. But Barcelona cannot wait. Barcelona is a big team. You cannot have a transition season. Okay, we had the transition season now, but because it was a catastrophe. Ronald Koeman without Messi is nobody. And then we were thinking, look, the financial situation is very hard. If we had to fire Ronald Koeman, we had to pay a penalty, 13 million euro penalty. We were like, man, 13 million euro now for us is like 100 million,
of course.
But then we were in the 10th position and we were saying, man, we really need to sack this guy. We sacked him, we paid the penalty, we got Xavi in, and we got to second position, from 10th position to second position. Still, for us was a transition season, right? So what are we doing now? Now the finances are very hard to fix. So we're going to need a couple of years to fix. But as I said, there's no transition years. What we do now is sign a top player like Lewandowski. Lewandowski is the main target right now.
You have to get him, man. He's the one. He wants to come as well. It's not as if he doesn't. He wants to leave Bayern Munich.
He wants to come. He's pressuring. Man, this man, he's been scoring 40, 50 goals for the last, 5, 6 years. This man is a scoring machine. They say, no, 34 years old. Man, I don't care. I don't care the age, because we're going to sign this man for 2-3 years, and he's going to do an amazing job here.
Yeah.
And the problem is that because of the financial fair play, for us to sign Lewandowski, which is tagged, the price is around 40 million euro, we need to generate 3 times that.
Well, sell De Jong if you want.
120 million. Okay, in terms of financial fair play, in terms of financial fair play, not revenues, because they say, oh, the revenue.
Revenue, different.
We sign so many deals, then we have 700 million. Okay, you have 700 million, but only 20% of this money goes allocated into the financial fair play. Of course. Therefore, if you sell Frenkie de Jong, all this money goes straight into this financial fair play deal.
Right? It's not worth it.
I mean, for us, it's maybe a price you have to pay.
What about Arturo, he's the centre back, the highly rated centre back that you've got. Arturo, would you not want to kind of push him on?
Araujo.
Sorry for my
Arturo. I thought you were saying Arturo Vidal. No, Araujo. No, we're not selling Araujo. It just renewed Araujo, by the way.
Oh, it's just renewed. Okay.
Yeah, just renewed. I know there were some rumors. Manchester. No. Araujo.
Highly rated, but he's a top centre back, man.
Araujo se queda. No, Araujo stays. This man is incredible. You have Araujo, You have Gavi, Pedri, man.
Pedri's good. Yeah, yeah.
Pedri, I'm no words, man. Without Pedri, this team
Mm.
cannot win a game. I swear. He's 19 years
Wow.
old. He can't win a
I
game. He
know.
can't win a game without Pedri. He
Mm,
is a fusion of Xavi and Iniesta. A fusion.
mm.
You get these two players, get one, you have
Yeah,
Pedri. It's
yeah.
immense. I mean,
What about the little
Iniesta, yeah.
guys? You got Aubameyang, you got Depay, who used to play for us. You've got still a lot of players that who are in the periphery of
Aubameyang,
the.
incredible. To me, Aubameyang, incredible. He's a man. He came. He scored. I don't know if it's 10 goals. He did an
Mm,
incredible job. But if
mm.
Lewandowski comes, Aubameyang is going to be on the bench. Lewandowski is
Yes.
34 years old. Nowadays, there's I don't know how many games in a season. 50 games per season.
Yeah.
Therefore, you need rotation. It's
Of
important.
course.
If
Yeah.
you have a top level player like Lewandowski, but then you have some guy from the B team as a replacement,
Mm,
then you're gonna suffer throughout the
mm,
season. But if you have Aubameyang, you're
mm.
gonna suffer.
Yeah, yeah. You got
But
Fatty as
yeah,
well. Fatty as well.
amazing.
Yeah,
The
it's
shirt,
unbelievable.
you
Is that
can't
his
see
shirt?
it. Yeah, that's his shirt. You can't see it now because of the. But on
Is
my
that his
Instagram, you
shirt?
can see it. Yeah, it's his
Is
shirt.
that
It's
his shirt
signed.
as well?
It's signed. It's signed as well. It's signed.
Oh,
That's
how
why
did you get it
fans want
signed?
it. But I have contacts like we get them signed. I have a lot of shirts signed actually. I collect
Wow.
some of these. Yeah.
What's your greatest memory of Barcelona? I know you don't. We can't talk about 2009 and 2011. We can't talk about that
To
one.
me, possibly my first Champions League. My first Champions League, which was 2006. So I was born in
Oh
'93.
yeah,
I'm
I love
29
that day.
now. Yeah, I was born in '93. Barcelona had won the Champions League in '92. So that maybe I
Yeah,
was
yeah, of
a
course. Yeah, yeah,
little
makes sense. Yeah,
I wasn't there. But then the first Champions League in 2006, actually in the same stadium where Real Madrid got the 14th Champions League. Which,
yeah,
by the
yeah,
way,
yeah.
I'd like to talk about this. Madrid, they say they have 14 Champions Leagues, but
Yeah.
if you go to the museum, Champions Leagues, they only have 8. They only
Okay.
have 8 Champions Leagues because 6 of these Champions Leagues are the European tournament, which was
Okay.
which
Yeah,
was
yeah,
first created, and there were barely any teams in that tournament in the first years,
yeah.
right? Barely any teams because there was another tournament, like the Super League. You remember the Super
Yeah,
League?
yeah, of
This
course. Yeah,
crazy.
yeah.
It's exactly what happened, but that league, there was a new European competition, and
Mm,
suddenly for a few years there were 2 European competitions when some teams were playing the old one and some others were
yeah.
playing the new one,
Mm,
right? And
mm.
Real Madrid, they won the first 5 of this
Okay.
new tournament when there was nobody playing, and they
Yeah,
got
yeah.
5 of these, and then they got
Yeah,
another one a few years later. Go to
yeah.
the museum. Never been there. I saw a picture. They don't have 14 Champions Leagues. Okay, it's just a little detail. Barcelona, we have
Mm.
5, but it's the real 5. Okay, the real
Real
Champions League.
five. Okay,
Real
okay.
5 Champions League.
Listen. I try to.
Yeah,
I'm more. If you were to ask me, I'm more of a Madrid fan than Barcelona. Only just
no
because
problem. No problem.
you guys ruined my childhood, man. We could be having 5 Champions Leagues, man. You
Right,
know what I
right,
mean?
right.
That
I
2009
know, I
one.
know.
And the 2011 one, for me, the greatest ever Barcelona team I've ever seen. 2011.
I mean, you guys were unlucky to face that team.
I
I
know,
mean,
man.
it was just the momentum there. It was incredible. Like it was a fusion of great talents, and then you had Messi, which made everything. It was incredible.
Mm,
To me, is I'll never see anything like it again.
mm.
But my best memory was 2006. We beat Arsenal in the final of the Champions League.
Yeah,
There's
yeah,
a
yeah,
big
yeah. I know.
rivalry. Is there a rivalry between Man U and Arsenal? You guys?
No, not really. They're
Not
they're
really.
quite,
Okay,
they're
you
yeah,
can
yeah.
say
We're trying to look up. I think they're still, I
ah,
mean, the banner is still with them.
right,
But
right.
I do want to. I don't know if you're allowed to speak on the PK situation.
Yeah.
But it's a funny one. I still don't believe it. I genuinely don't believe the situation because it came from a parody account, right? The PK situation with Shakira and
I
that.
can explain it. In fact, I did the video explaining all about it.
Make
I
sure you
can
check it out,
explain it to you.
people.
Yeah, you guys can go check it out. There's images. There's there's a
Yeah,
lot of facts which I revised. But okay,
yeah,
so Piqué. First of all, there's a bit of background information. It's important to lay a foundation here. Piqué is a guy who is an entrepreneur guy.
Yeah. Of
entrepreneur.
course.
He's always doing businesses here and there. He does the Copa Davies. He has
Yeah.
a company and he does NFTs, cryptos, and stuff.
Yeah.
Perfect, cool,
I watched
very
it. Did
nice.
you watch the interview, by the way, with Gary Neville
Yeah,
on
yeah,
this?
yeah, yeah. I
Yeah.
saw it as well. Yeah.
Yeah.
So this man has like a double life: Barca and business.
Businessman.
Which
Yeah.
I don't blame. Excellent for me is excellent.
Yeah.
This man is smart and he's a good player. And Arsenal, Alex. Okay, big up, man. I'm sorry for the
Big up.
2006 Champions League, but it was cool. It was a good final.
Yeah.
So what I was saying, this man Piqué has a double life, and Piqué also sided with the Catalans when we tried to do the independence.
Of course. Yeah.
So there's a strong thing against the Catalans, who won the independence. So
Yeah.
Piqué played in the Spanish national team.
Yeah.
This man speaks, and he doesn't. He's very polemic. When he speaks, very polemic.
Yeah.
When he speaks, he goes to hurt. He
Yeah. Of course.
he drops some bars that are mad. So. And well, we all know he had Shakira. He was married to Shakira, and
Not married. Not married.
No,
Engaged.
exactly, not married. No, they weren't even
together.
engaged. They were
They
together.
wasn't even engaged. Okay, so just
weren't,
together.
Yeah. They weren't gonna get married. They were just together. Okay, he was going out with Shakira.
Yeah.
This man, like the life of this man is unreal. One of the best footballers of all times. Won the World Cup.
Easily, yeah.
Going out with Shakira, doing businesses here and there, Copa Davis, and suddenly doing the independence referendum, taking a picture, doing the votes. Well, this man is everywhere. Okay, the story of this man is everywhere. He's hated by Madrid, completely hated. They hate him. There was a moment where when he was playing in the national team, the Spanish national team, every time he had the ball, they were whistling at Piqué.
Yeah.
His own player. They were whistling at Piqué.
Did they play in the Madrid Stadium that day?
Anywhere he went, they were whistling at Piqué. Anywhere he went.
Yeah.
With the Spanish national team. Reason why he resigned, because people hated the man,
Yeah.
Now we have Luis Enrique there, which is not Catalan, but he is a former Barca player and coach. And,
I don't like him, man, because he don't like the game, man. He don't like the game, man.
Luis Enrique.
But we'll speak on that. We'll speak on that as well.
So what I was saying is that this man is very polemic and he's everywhere. And now this came up, the Shakira thing, right? So there's a podcast called Mamarazzis, Papa.
Okay.
Paparazzis. Well, it's a podcast by two women. They call themselves Mamarazzis.
Yeah.
And they said, oh, no, Piqué cheated on Shakira. And the people were like, it's one of these fake rumors once again, easy clicks, Shakira, Piqué cheating, it's easy clicks. Well, apparently it was true. It was true. But and then suddenly one Twitter account said, oh, he made the parody and he said, no, he's actually cheating, but with Gavi's mom. Gavi, the 17-year-old kid. Piqué is 34 years old. They were like, whoa, madness. Like the man cheating with the mom, which, by the way, the mom is married to the dad. They've been married for 20 years. They live in Sevilla. They don't even live in Barcelona. They live in Sevilla.
He took his opportunity.
You see Shakira and you see the mom of Gavi, and there is a huge comparison, man. You can't compare Shakira to the mom of Gavi, man. With all my respect.
Nah, Shakira, man.
I mean, Shakira, bro, is unreal. And Gavi's mom is, okay, you see a picture. Actually, there's a picture going around which they point at Gavi's sister, and they say, this is Shakira's, this is Gavi's mom. But it's not, it's the sister. It's a sister. Anyways, Piqué break up with Shakira, and we don't know the reason yet. The speculations are that he cheated on her, but we don't know yet. There's no proof.
Is there a feeling that it's just come from fake rumors and whatnot rather than actually? Do you believe in your heart of heart? Obviously, we don't want to say defamation and whatnot. We want to be very, very careful because we don't want the Spanish people coming to you and saying, listen, this and that. But do you think that he's cheated on her? Do you think is there a kind of feeling that you think he's cheated on her?
I don't think he cheated on her. They're talking about now. They're talking about the 22-year-old blonde girl who's a student and a hostess for events. Like, what? You have Shakira, my friend. You're with Shakira and a top singer. Like, man, like, what are you doing with a 22-year-old blonde girl hostess of events? Makes no sense to me, right? This is the rumors. Piqué is a smart guy. They say, no, this guy is clubbing every night with Ricky Puig, who's a kid, compared to Piqué, who's 34 years old. Ricky Puig, I don't know if he's 21 or 22. Nothing, you know, if I had to build a puzzle, man, these pieces don't fit to me.
Yeah.
Did they break up because they cheated?
It's crazy, this, man. This is like El Chogrito. What's it called?
Yeah, Chiringuito, yeah.
And is that, for me, by the way, that is, for me, the most, I reckon, funniest comedy show. Because it's crazy. They had the president of Real Madrid in that show. That's crazy, man. I just feel like it's just unbelievable. Do you like that show, by the way? Is that a football show? Or is that just a comedy show?
They are 100% against Barca, man. It's terrible. It's terrible.
Yeah, it's more Real Madrid, isn't it? It's more Real Madrid.
It's pure Real Madrid, man. It's pure Real Madrid. It's out of the 7 speakers they have there, it's like 2 of them. No, one of them is a Barca fan. Yeah. One of them, and another one is a Sevillian guy from Sevilla. And they say, no, I support Barca and I support Sevilla. Like, what? No.
Yeah.
Or one or the other. But that's a show, man. That's not a... They're
not a football show.
They attempt to drop some news, but it's a show.
Tic-tac.
Tic-tac, you know. They had Florentino Perez, president of Real Madrid, there, saying that, don't worry, Mbappe is going to come. Yeah, then,
I know.
Yeah. Mbappe was there.
No, Mbappe. just a few more questions before we let you go, because this has been amazing kind of show and whatnot. Please, guys, if you're watching right now, make sure you subscribe to his channel, man. This guy's a top guy. It's almost as if I'm speaking to a journalist, man. You're brilliant, man. And like I said to you, he's doing it. It's his hobby and whatnot. So big up to him. And make sure if you're liking this video, please, guys, smash a like on the video, man. There's only 200 odd likes. Please get that like up. It helps with the algorithm or what. Yeah, smash the likes. Absolutely.
Smash the likes, guys. Subscribe to Said TV. Amazing content.
Absolutely.
I enjoyed the chat a lot, man.
No, I appreciate.
We should do more.
Yeah, definitely. We'll definitely do more. 100%. I just want to ask you 2 more questions. The first one is about Pau Torres. You know, there's a feeling that we are linked with Pau Torres. I'm not too sure about him. The physicality of the Premier League, I'm not sure he would cope. I think, you know, I mean, like I said, his qualities, I've seen him for Villarreal. I've seen him at Old Trafford. His ability to play on the ball with his feet is marvelous. What do you think about Pau Torres?
Well, he's certainly a good prospect. I would get him for Barcelona.
You think so?
Yeah, I think, for example, Guardiola, Ten Hag, Xavi, they're gonna want a player like that in their team.
Yeah.
Because they want a player that can defend. Okay, maybe he's not the harshest defender, you know, doing the craziest tackles here and there, but you can have an aggressive one, and then you can have a Pau Torres style of player, you know.
Yeah,
it's certainly what Barcelona has. For example, you have Araujo, aggressive, you know, he goes into the cut, you know, and then Garcia, which is similar to Pau Torres. I'll get Pau Torres ahead of Garcia any day.
Yeah,
any day. And I think Pau Torres is an amazing player. The physicality, get this guy in the gym 2 days a week, 3 days a week, and you have a big guy. I would sign Pau Torres. I think Pau Torres' price is not too high, anyways.
60 million, around 60 million.
Oof, okay, that's different. That 60 million is I don't know if it's 60 million, maybe 30.
About 50, 60 million. That's what. But because United always very, very much, because we are one of the biggest clubs in the world, they think that we have a lot of trophies and whatnot. So I think that's the one where I think, you know, we kind of clued on. Another person I want to talk to you about is David De Gea. For me personally, I love David De Gea. There's a lot of the fan base who say, no, time to go. Time to go, David De Gea. We need a new, fresh keeper, modern day keeper. You know, by the way, did you like the idea of modern day keepers, or are you more kind of like me, old school? You have to be able to kind of, you know, save first rather than, you know, playing out for the back, you know, all this stuff. Like,
I mean, I'm more of an old school guy. I want a keeper that can save.
Yeah,
See Courtois in the final of the Champions League.
there you
He
go.
he he saved Real Madrid. Do you
Yeah,
see Emerson, Man City? This man is a flop, a complete flop. Ter Stegen, complete flop, man. I swear, I don't want Ter Stegen. De
but
Gea,
he was top. But then I don't know what's happened to Ter Stegen, by the way.
I'll tell you what happened. He has some problem in his knee. At the
Oh,
end of
okay,
every season, he gets an operation.
okay.
So to me, the knee is important for a keeper. You're jumping here and
Yeah,
there.
yeah, agility. Yeah, agility.
Yeah,
Yeah,
agility, and this man has a broken knee. It's not broken, but his knee is not. He has some discomfort there, and that is surely affecting his confidence. And then we
yeah,
are a disaster in defense, so we concede a lot, and that doesn't help
yeah,
either. Ter Stegen, it's over. We need a big, tall goalkeeper like
yeah,
Oblak, for example. Oblak, Oblak, Atletico de Madrid. Is man,
yeah.
he's huge, he's tall. De Gea, to be honest, not my favorite, man. Not my favorite.
Ah, man, another play. See, I liked it until this point now, and then you let me go. There's a guy here that's commenting now, Statman Baines. He's got the biggest agenda for David De Gea. You know the Spanish, the Spain head team coach doesn't favor him. He favors Robert Sanchez of Brighton. Do you think David De Gea has the qualities still as a keeper? Do you
Yeah,
think
yeah, of course, he does have the qualities. He
What do you
does, he
like
does.
about him? What don't you like about David De Gea?
I don't really know him too much, to be honest. From what I've seen, young skinny guy, he can do some saves here and there. Not my kind of goalkeeper. As I
Mm.
said, I want a big guy, intimidating, that can cover the whole goal just by opening his arms like that. David De Gea is not attractive for me, man. I'm sorry, man.
Mm.
Who's
Especially
the
in terms
sub?
of a lot of people, in terms of distribution, he's not great. In terms of a keeper, to have good feet.
Oh,
Robert Sanchez has good feet for
right.
Spain now. Currently,
Yeah.
I think that's what they may be concentrating on. The way that he likes to play, the Spain coach, is that the way that they're thinking of now, to play
Of
with the
course.
feet? And
Oh,
yeah,
absolutely. Luis Enrique, Guardiola, Xavi, Ten Hag is gonna have the same mentality. He's gonna want
uh,
a good keeper with a keeper with good feet. He's gonna want that for
uh,
sure. Ten Hag, 100%. Oof, hundred
oh, there we
percent.
go, people.
He
There we go. My
he's gonna
dreams are
count.
over, man.
Yeah, he's gonna count on the keeper. Maybe he can train the hair. Maybe.
Yeah. Well, there you go. You've left it on a good note. Maybe he can train De Gea. Statman Bays, that's one for you. But listen, Alex, it's been an absolute pleasure. I cannot thank you enough, man. This has flown by. I want everybody to subscribe to his channel, Blaugrana Planet. The link is
Right.
in the title. Yeah, man, let them know what's going to happen in the summer, Barcelona. What you want to let them know? Anything's going to happen in?
Well, in the next 25 days, we got to close some business operations. Maybe
Yeah,
Frenkie de Jong, who knows? We're going to attempt to sign Lewandowski, biggest target.
yeah,
We have a new kit, a splendid kit. I don't have it yet. I should go get it soon. And big things await for Barcelona, guys. We're gonna be top. We're gonna be top. We're probably gonna fight for La Liga next season, possibly Man United as well with Ten Hag
yeah.
and maybe retiring Cristiano Ronaldo. Maybe that can help.
Yeah,
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 I
yeah,
mean,
yeah.
I'm a Barca fan. You know what you want, but you know
Yeah,
what?
no,
Chris-
absolutely. It makes
I
sense, man. And
remember.
obviously, maybe one day Messi back. One day Messi to return. You never
Nah, he's
know.
not gonna come back. Not
No.
gonna come back. I tell you why. Because there's a fight between Messi and Laporta, and Messi
Yeah.
earns 50 million per year, man.
Nah, it's crazy. But listen, people, that's been your show today. Please, guys, like I said to you, please smash a like on the video on your way out. It helps us with the algorithm. We want this show to kind of be hopefully trending and whatnot. And this is your inside information. Alex, it's been a pleasure. Hopefully we can have you on sometime soon. And yeah, I appreciate all your time, man.
Saeed, the pleasure is mine. Amazing talk. It was actually 1 hour, but it felt like 5 minutes. So
5
splendid.
minutes. Exactly, man. Exactly. People, I'll be back tomorrow for the Straight Jacket podcast, 5:30. People, we'll be discussing all the Man United news. For now, people, it's been a pleasure. Take care. We're out.